Hi guys, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos in which I use makeup that's new to me or needs some more love in my collection. And today I'm doing another Viseart look, so if you're interested to see how I got this look, just keep watching. So today we are using the Viseart Petit Pro Apricotine palette. This is the other one that I picked up in the spring sale. I recently did a look with the Solstice palette. That one is more of a neutral peachy palette. This one is much more of a warm peachy palette. And it is like, I just love the graphic art on the little easel style packaging. I think it's just so cute. It's really just fun. And you know, it's the normal easel style packaging, of course, with the little mirror and the little plastic around the 8 shades. So again, as with most Petit Pros, but not all, you have the row of mattes and the row of shimmers on the bottom. And these are, of course, as I keep saying, much warmer than the Solstice. That one's a lot lighter, a lot more neutral, but these ones definitely go a bit deeper, a bit warmer. And there are a few more sort of more metallic-y sort of shades. This one, Mimolette, is definitely more metallic. And then you do have this sort of duochrome shade here, which is sort of a peachy pink to, well, I guess a peach to a pink to an orange to a, you know, it's just a nice shifty color. And then you have this really pretty, almost wet look shimmer right here. So I think, again, you have a nice variety of shimmers in each of these Petit Pro palettes, just like in the Solstice, where you have some of the more glass-like or wet look shimmers, plus a really intense duochrome shade, and then just some lighter, more satiny shades, you know, and then the complementing matte shades. And I think it just, the color story as curated just works really well together. So I'm going to give you a few swatches of this palette and then we will get into the look. So I'm going to do the mattes first, and I'm going to start at the very top over here with the lightest one, which is called Meringue. And I think you can see that it's a little bit deeper than the one in the Solstice palette, a little bit more orangey. But that's what I have to sort of blend out the look up to my eyebrows today. Then we have this nice crease color called Praline, which is also the name of one of their Petit Fours. And I don't know if Praline is in that, but I know it's called the Petit Four Praline palette, so it's definitely inspired, at least, if not directly related to this palette. It's just a nice little peanut buttery crease shade that I love. And then we have the namesake shade right here called Grenadine. Now this one does seem to have a tiny bit of shimmers mixed in, maybe just to make it a little bit easier to work with, but it's definitely matte on the eye, and that is what I have in my crease and outer V today. And then the brown shade, the deepening up shade, which is called Dolce, and this is a nice deep warm brown. And it is buildable and blendable, as you can see. It's just a really beautiful warm brown shade. So then, starting off with the shimmers, we'll go into the lightest one right here, which is called Sugared. Now this is more of the wet look. This is what I have in my inner corner today. It's pretty lush, I think it is anyway. It's this beautiful champagne-y gold, just very bright looking on the inner corner. And it gets better as the day goes on. It just kind of like gets more wet look as the day goes by, at least in my experience. Then we have this duochrome shade here called Grenadine. You can see the shift in there from the gold to the peach to the, I don't know, it's just, it's really beautiful. Leaning from a peach to more of a true pink to a gold. It's Grenadine. And then we have this deep satin type metallic shade called Bourbon. Which I do have on the outer V to deepen up. And then we have this beautiful metallic called Mimolette, which is this beautiful coppery lid shade. I have it sort of on the outer part of my eye today next to Grenadine, but it's really just so beautiful. So those are the 8 colors. In the Apricotine palette. I also complemented a little bit with this bronze pencil from Araceli. It's a gel pencil, sharpened, and as little mascara as possible that I could get away with. I don't love using mascara all the time, so especially on an off day, and I just wanted to get away with using as little as possible today. So anyway, but yeah, it's really been fun to play with these. You would not think that, I mean, look, it's a warm palette. It's not anything revolutionary, but it is endlessly possible to create different types of looks that are incredibly wearable, but also can go into a, you know, beautifully stunning sort of deep look if you want. And I don't know, they've been really a lot of fun to play with, and just like all my Viseart palettes. And if you've seen my last 2 videos, you know that I'm kind of obsessed with Viseart right now, and I've just been having a lot of fun mixing and matching and playing with getting to know the different formulas that they have, and getting to know how they work best with the type of makeup that I like to do. So, and I think that's important, is to, once you've been doing makeup for a while and you have a way of doing it, you can kind of get to know your shadows and either adapt them to how you use them, or maybe adapt your technique to what best works best for the shadows. So that's always that's a really fun thing about using eyeshadows, is just getting to know them a little bit and how they work best for you. So now we're going to get into the look, and if you want to see how I got this, keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my bare face. So today we're doing a look with the Viseart Petit Pro Apricotine palette. So we have these 8 beautiful shades to work with, and kind of like the look that I did with the Solstice palette, I'm going to use a few brushes, but mostly I'm going to use my fingers to apply the shimmers. They seem to just really do well and, you know, show up and stay all day that way. So let's get into the look. So to start off, I'm going to go into the namesake shade, Apricotine, right here, and it's just a matte. I think it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but nothing that really shows on the lid, and it's just a nice bright shade. And I have some dry skin, but I've already primed my eyes with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. And I'm using a Zoeva 227, yes, Zoeva 227 on my crease and my outer V. So I think you can see that that just builds up really nicely and also blends out really nicely. Then I'm going to take a bit of this brown here, Dolce, on a Sephora times Makeup by Mario brush. What is this? A detail brush. It's just got a nice fine point, and I'm just going to put a little bit along the lash line and into the outer V, just to put a little bit of depth into this look. Not too heavy because I am going to be doing a liner. And then on my ring finger, I'm going to be taking a bit of this one right here, this shimmer called Bourbon. And just putting that out here, just tapping that a little bit. Then over the top of that, I'm going to be taking a bit of this deep coppery shade called Mimolette on a middle finger, and just putting that right over the top of the brown. But not all the way into the V. Then on my index finger, I'm going to be taking this one called Grenadine. It's this beautiful kind of duochrome. It goes from sort of a peach to an orange or peach to pink. And just putting that on the center of the lid into the inner part of the lid. And then on my pinky finger, I'm taking a bit of Sugared, which is the lightest and probably the most sort of wet looking shimmer in here. You can see, don't need that much. And then I'm going to be taking this angled crease brush and going into Meringue and just putting a little bit of lightness near the brow bone to sort of differentiate and blend. So the contrast isn't too stark. Then I'm going to take this angled liner brush and take a bit of Mimolette, excuse me. Take a bit of Mimolette and just run that along the bottom lash line under the lash. It just makes a really pretty metallic coppery accent. Instead of doing a black liner like I would usually do, I'm going to be using this bronze colored liner from Araceli. So that is the eye look, and I'm going to go and finish out my face, and I will be back with my thoughts about the Petit Pro Apricotine palette. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I used all of the normal products that I use. I used the Protect and Perfect No. 7 all-in-one foundation with SPF 50. I used the Flower Beauty concealer, light illusion concealer in vanilla. I used my butter bronzer in latte. I used the Sigma x Cinderella blush and highlight. And for my lipstick today, I used the Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet. This is from the La Comète collection, and this is in Terre d'Etoile. So I like a little bit of a deeper lipstick just to contrast a little with sort of the peachy pinkness that's going on the rest of my face, especially when I'm using more of a pinky peachy blush, and the lids are more of an orangey peachy. So I think it makes a nice contrast. So this is a really lovely little Petit Pro from Viseart. I just love the design on it. I love the beautiful colors, and I am really happy with it. I have used it a little bit with Solstice, and I think they both go very well together. I think that one is very neutral. This one is more warm, so they do complement each other. And I am really just enjoying playing with my new Viseart palettes, and I'm very happy that I picked them up in the spring sale. So let me know what you think about this look. Let me know if you've picked up anything from Viseart lately. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those would be welcome, and any of them would be appreciated. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.